What's going on, traders? It's Furlano from the Stock Lock Trading Team back with another trade review video for you guys. What I want to do today is go over the two trades that we took in the alerts room today on November 14th. It is KHC and YY. So what we'll do is we'll start with KHC and we'll review the trade from the daily. So what I'm going to do first is remove all of my lines for the daily. So the first thing that we notice on KHC is we've got a gap down. So the open price was right around this level, let's say 32.50 to keep it easy. And we're going to disregard this price action for now because obviously if it's in the pre-market, we don't know the price reacted this way. So I was short bias on this stock and I'll tell you exactly why. So KHC daily right here, we've got a bunch of different patterns that are unfolding on this daily that longer term traders look at. So this pattern right here, you guys might recognize it, some sort of cup and handle pattern for a breakout of this level back into this super clean area of trading, right? So this is a big pattern that people are looking for a continuation move or a breakout move on KHC. So that's one reason to be long biased prior to today. Also, we've got multiple tests of this area, right? This area right here is obviously a significant level. Price action can't break this area. So once it finally does, like I said, we've got a huge gap here. A lot of clean trading action could happen up in this area, and KHC's got a lot of room to run. We've also got on the shorter term, something very simple, like a bull flag right here for a breakout. And the reason why I like this for a short is for one simple reason. Because so many people are long biased this stock and there's a bunch of people loading positions up in here, as you can see by like the volume, you know, people get stuck in this candle right here, then it starts consolidating sideways and then they say, oh, this is a great breakout. People are loading positions in this area and then we get this gap down, right? This gap came in a very crucial area actually. If I was long this stock up in this area, my stop would be below this area, right? So the stock actually opens up below everybody's stop. So once the market opens, all of these traders that are in this trade in this area are watching their positions like a hawk, and if it goes red at all, they're going to stop out. Stopping out is an order to short essentially, right? So if a lot of people are shorting this stock and longs are stopping out, the bid is just getting hammered with shorts and sells. So that's one major reason why I'm short biased this stock. We've got a long setup on the daily that's been invalidated by this gap down under the level where most traders are going to have their stop. Lots of long sells are going to trigger and lots of shorts are going to pile in to crush this thing. So once we have our bias on the daily, we go to our intraday charts. And we'll go to the 2-minute chart here. Doesn't matter what time frame you use, 2-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, whatever. And we'll just look at pre-market action. So what I do here in the pre-market is I like to mark sort of my pre-market highs and my pre-market lows. And this is going to tell me the range that the stock's been moving around between the post and the pre-market. So we've got this range from 32.15 up to 32.50. We'll flip back to the daily for a second. I forgot to mark a crucial level here. So before we go to the pre-market, I like to mark some daily levels. Now, I only want this thing for a short, so I'm only going to mark the levels on the downside. One critical level for me on this stock is this area right here. We'll just say it's around 31.45. This area is crucial because after this last ramp up right here, this was sort of our breakout level, right? Multiple tests of this area, tried to fail, couldn't fail, came back up, held the level as support before we popped up for another leg. So I know this 31.54 level is going to play a serious role today if we can get down there. So I've got that level marked and I have another pretty ambitious level that I marked right here, and that'll be this pivot right here. Huge ramp up, gets rejected a few times before it makes another leg down. So now that we've got our 4 levels marked, let's jump back into the intraday action. We'll just chill on the 2-minute chart for this one. So like I said, we've got our pre-market range marked out here. I'm short biased to this stock. I don't really want to play any of this chop, so I want to wait for some direction on the stock. Primarily, I want the stock to get outside of this range, and that's exactly what it does for us today. So we get chopped up a little bit here, price-wise, for the first 10 minutes approximately. The stock actually opens up here, and it really shows no strength to break that pre-market high area that we had marked out from previously. And it just immediately starts dumping. Next candle, we try and get back up there, and it dumps. So anyways, this is just called chop, right? We've got no direction. We're just up, down, up, down, up, down. Finally, around 9:40, we choose direction. We get below our level that we have marked here from the pre-market, and we start consolidating below the pre-market level. We find an entry on it, and we call it in the alerts room, and we nail it. Our alert came in at 31.94, so it was right in this area right here to get short with a stop, a very risk-averse stop over our pre-market level, which we were respecting, obviously, right? As soon as we got below it, we tested it, stayed below, tested it, stayed below, and we couldn't break above that level. So we get short at that 31.94 area that we talked about right there. We've got, I think it was like a 20-cent stop, and we end up getting a 40-cent move. Now you guys see this level right here, 31.54. This is actually that daily level that we marked out, right? So you can see how price is still respecting that daily level for the short term. We come down, and this is actually where my final take profit was. I believe it was 2 or 3 cents above that level. I did call out a few partials to lock in profits along the way. This candle right here actually ended up looking really strong. We opened here, and at one point, this candle was a complete hammer. If you guys don't know what a hammer is, it looked very bullish at the time. This candle looks something like this. So we had a huge wick on the bottom side. Price action had pushed all the way back up, and just as fast as it pushed up, it pushed all the way back down and filled in the candle again. So I ended up getting my partial before that on that situation, unfortunately, but we did get to let the rest ride to our target, and we got out for a nice trade. So that is the KHC trade based on primarily the daily gap down on a strong, long looking daily chart. Next stock we looked at was YY. We'll flip to YY's daily. Now YY was a little bit more messy, but it's still sort of the same idea as KHC. So you can see yesterday, this was like a day 2 play on YY. You can see yesterday, YY sort of had the same pattern, right? We've got this like cup area with a little handle on it, and we tried to break out yesterday. We got rejected and just puked. Now, same thing with KHC. Anybody that's long in this area from, let's say, the past week or so, as soon as we closed yesterday way down here, these guys are stuck. And a lot of people might think, okay, we'll just hold the close today and see what happens tomorrow. So tomorrow would have been today, and we will go into today's price action and see exactly what happened. Okay, so this was yesterday's gap right here, and then we puked everything back yesterday. And I like to mark some significant levels on my chart, so that's what I did. This one, my platform actually plots this level automatically. So the level that I was watching for today is actually yesterday's low. So you can see that line that's marked right here, yesterday's low, and I marked the high of this consolidation area. So this area for me is just chop, right? Price action, just up, down, up, down, up, down. So for me, YY has to find direction somewhere at the open, and then I'll trade it. So YY ended up choosing a direction, and it was the direction it was moving in yesterday, which was down, which is fine. So what I did is I actually called an alert out at the break of this area right here. The break was like 62.29 or something. We'll just pop back into the alerts room and check it out. YY shorted below 62.29 with a 30-cent stop. Pop this guy open again. So I called the alert somewhere in this area to get short below 62.29 on the break of this level from the previous day. And as soon as we crack this level, we just start puking everything away. And we take some partials along the way on this guy, and we get our final partial. We get our final partial down at 61.39. So that's 30 cents from our original entry with a 90 cents from our original entry with a 30-cent stop. That's giving us 3-1 on the full trade. This partial we took at 20 cents, which is our momentum sort of scalp lock and some profits sort of partial. And then we tried to let it run for a little bit more. This order that I got filled on right here, I actually had a limit order out there for that partial. The candle just flew down, filled me. I got lucky, popped back up, but then we ended up getting our 61.39, which made this a great trade. So all in all, both of these trades today were really good trades, and they were really easy trades. As soon as we got triggered, everything moved in our direction. And this is sort of what we do every day in the chat. We try and provide trading opportunities like this for free for all the members in the chat room. So if you guys want to check us out, please hit the link below, join our Discord chat room, hit me up with a message if you're interested in, or if you're new to trading, or if you have any questions, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Anyways, good luck with the trading. We'll see you guys on the charts tomorrow. Bye.